Hello, Internet. This is LordMaddog. And today we're coming at you with another quick update with my Souls-like combat experience. This is actually getting really close to the quality of the game I actually want to make. The combat might need a little bit more better animations and whatnot, but it's getting really close now. And the only two things I have left is my dialogue, quest system, and enchanting, which I'm not actually sure I'll ever get around to the enchanting system because the way my swords already generate skill stats can already have stats and whatnot. I'm pretty happy with that. And I do want to do the enchanting system. I just don't know if I'll ever get around to it because I'm not quite sure how to do it myself yet. Anyway, today, this one update is basically crafting. But I did do one other thing than crafting. I made it so your equipment window actually shows your stats. I try to make sure that each icon basically somewhat related to its stat. So sprinting speed looks like sprinting speed, hill power kind of looks like a heart, and then XP multiplier kind of looks like the magic, the XP drops and whatnot. I also try to keep them all kind of same the art style. It took a bit of work. I'm not sure if I did exactly perfect, but I'm satisfied with it. So we have the stats and everything. Now, obviously, your stats are still the same over. Your stats still have. Over here, this is still the same. I haven't changed anything in this, so this still works. The only thing I changed in here is actually add in your wind resistance or fire resistance and earth resistance, and that's the way it's always been. And you can level up here just like normal. Okay, now that said, let's jump into my crafting. And it's not just crafting, it's also inventory, chest, and different things here. So as you see here, I have a whole bunch of items in here. I just loaded in the game, so now chest will save and load according to where you place them. They can also be placed by the over here by your building mode. So we're going to go ahead and enter building mode. We're going to go all the way to here, and you can see at the end here, oops, I hit the wrong thing. That's a crafter. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Here we go. We got the arcane infuser, and I'll talk about that right now. Where's the chest? Right here. Yeah. So you can place the chest, and it'll work just the same as if they were in the world to begin with. So, and these chests will save and load perfectly. It took me a good bit to get to work because I had to redesign my inventory yet again. I think that's like the third time I've had to do that. I don't have enough wood. Oh well, that's fine. Anyway, you get the thing. Anyway, so now let's go ahead and talk about the crafting unit part of it. Here, I'll show you my crafting skill first. Let's come down here, and you see here my crafting skill. This is your skill at crafting new items. This is your crafting power. Your crafting time reduced every second. Did I spell second wrong? Okay, and increase the chance of making a better quality item here. And this is the mana cost and skill cost for every time it ticks. And I will go ahead and show that off right now. So as you've seen, I had a decent amount of points already into it, and I have no wood to do this. Duh, here, I'll have to gather wood real quick. It's not going to take too long. I just smack here. Bust these up, get some wood from them. There we go. Now we got some wood. There we go. Whee! I'm overloaded with weight, but that's fine. Here we are. We're going to go make a stone sword. And we'll hit craft. And we'll see here that it is crafting at the time and speed according to my crafting power. And it's using up my mana and magic as you would see. Now, if you jump off it, it will not keep your time, your deal. And you see there, I actually got a fine sword instead of just a generic default sword. Let's see if I get another good sword. So when you start, you're going to probably want to put in your crafting. If you're going to craft, you're going to try to make sure you actually have enough mana to try to craft it, and you don't have to sit here forever to craft. But once you get higher, like there, I got a masterful sword, and that's because I have stats in my crafting ability. So, and obviously you can get up to about 20 crafting power, and that will guarantee you usually, I think if you get about 20, I think it guarantees you get a minimum of a fine weapon, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get a masterful or an epic or anything like this. Now here, this is the arcane infuser. This is a passive crafter. This is just a basic example of what a passive crafter would be. The arcane infuser is what it does is it takes the quality of one item and it upgrades it to another item. So let's say I have broken wood shards. This will actually repair the broken swords, and I can actually assist. This one actually has proper animations and it has motion warping, so you can actually see there it just jumps, and I'm actually upgrading that. I actually need to change my stats here. there, let's go ahead and put this down and put this up. Oops, hit the, and because power does not affect power does not affect the assist. So when you're assisting something, it does not affect anything. So there you see I'm crafting it. I'm able to quickly change my shards into wood, take them out, and you can see here I will change my stones into magic stones. And if I had enough magic stones, which I do not, I could change them into pulsating stones, or I can just let this thing here and craft out by itself. It's got a 1 second tick power. Okay, so that is the arcane infuser. Now we have one other example of crafting that I have done, and that is this dismantler. Here we are. This is a dismantler. Any item that has a recipe can be stuck in here and it will automatically disassemble. And what I mean by recipe, I'll show you here when after I give an example of this thing right here. Boom, here I go ahead, and as you've seen, it dismantled it. But you also seen it drop the item on my head, and that's because I have no chest selected for it to drop that out on. And if I will run back over here to my build order real quick. Run back over here to my build order. I will go ahead and highlight it. Now, with it highlighted, I can select any chest, even the Arcane Infuser, which would mean that any item in there automatically gets upgraded, or I can also put it to this chest over here, and you hear that little but for easier of example, I'm going to go ahead and highlight itself. There we are. Now, any item that I dismantle will automatically, the items will go inside the dismantler. So that might not be good if you actually have a recipe for wood that actually automatically breaks down the wood, which I don't actually have that yet. But here, so there, you see there, the item now appears inside the thing. I can assist it, and it shows the item that's dismantling. And yeah, I think it's turned out really well. So that's pretty much the end of the crafting update. I'll show you what I meant by recipe here. But yeah, you can see it spin around and it slowly gets smaller until it becomes. Now you can stop at any time if you want, so you don't have to destroy the item. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll show you what I mean by recipe and master item here. Master item, item info. I gotta find item info. Item info. Here we are. Item info. Come on. Here we are. It shows up there in the corner. Item info. If it has a recipe right here in this corner, like you see this, of course, the master item doesn't have a recipe. But if I were to open up like the wood and I'd make it that the recipe to make it would be one stone, wood shard, it would then, if I throw a wood shard in there, it would dismantle it to a wood shard. So that makes it real easy for you to be able to make items that can be dismantled and other items that cannot be dismantled. That is pretty much everything to do with the crafting update. The next update will probably be the dialogue system. If you liked this, likes, shares, and comments are very welcome. LordMaddog signing off.